Rhythm Doctor is a one-button rhythm game that uses constantly introduced mechanics to keep engaging gameplay throughout its levels. And the full game isn't finished, but it's still an amazing playthrough with the stuff that we have. And yet I still know people that struggle. Only 4 worlds, we're not even done yet. So here I am. This video is a guide for the second world's first night level, which I really enjoy and yet still struggle at. If you want to know what we're dealing with, the actual song is at the end, and the timestamp to listen to it is on screen. There are a few main parts and tips that I'll be talking about, and even with them you might fail over, and over, and over, and over, and over again. The song itself never really speeds up like some of the second world songs do. No tempo changes, and it's pretty simple gameplay-wise, but the song is the most confusing part. The song will be at the end, and hopefully it isn't copyrighted. It's a great listen, so stay till the end to hear that. The most difficult part of this level is the song itself. It loves to use complex rhythms and stuff that makes it somewhat difficult to keep track. The way to fight against it is every musician's lamest tool, If you're a musician, you're probably familiar with counting to help play, and this game isn't much different. Counting and tapping your foot make it much easier. I prefer to count into 4, or for those of you who aren't nerds, 1, and 2, and 1. 1 is when the note will appear on the line, and 2 is when you have to play. The ands are there to keep the rhythm even because if there's too much space between the numbers, it can be easy to lose the tempo. I tap my foot on 1 and 2, and as you can hear me chanting here, like an insane man, 1 and 2 and 1 and 2. I count at the complex parts so I don't lose track. Even if you don't count, I definitely recommend moving your body to the beat, or tapping your foot. Also, the counts will be written out at the end of the video. If you've already been there, then you've seen it. Now, if you did the tutorial, you'll... Yeah, me too. If you press escape and S, you can skip the tutorial every time you start. I get really used to it because I prefer to play all the way through to make sure that I actually know the ending stuff, so I don't just repeat the beginning and then end up at the end and have no clue what to do. However, here's what the tutorial teaches you for this. The new mechanic, playing even less. An X is going to slide across with a fun little rattle sound that'll warn you not to play the next note. If you're counting, that means don't play on the next 2. It can be pretty easy to lose track of the beat when this happens, so I recommend to keep on counting, or tapping your foot, or doing whatever you're doing to keep the beat. And now we're on to the part of the song that actually throws you off. If you've been struggling before this, oh boy. There would be 2 samurai bits that work a little bit differently during the song. They interrupt the beat, and so you don't have to figure them out, here I am. Here's the first one.
Sometimes I'm angry, I'm not doing better than I thought I'd do at this point.
Just a reminder, this is a samurai part, so we're working with more than just 2 beats at this point. Instead, I count this part in 6, but it's only for this point. This means that you'll be playing on the 1. It'll be counted from 1 to 6, like this. 1, 2, 3. You know what? I'll edit it. The second samurai part is much more similar to the normal samurai parts, so all of the levels that you had to beat to get here. If you counted in a certain way for those, or you found an easy way to keep track, just do that for this part. I prefer to just watch the visual cues on the line. But this is a guide, so I actually have to suggest things and help. My suggestion for counting for this is in 4/4. Or 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and it just loops. The ands serve the same purpose, but instead of playing on 2, you're playing on 4. Like I said though, I just like to use the visual cues, and go back to counting when Cole, our 2/4 friend, comes back on the screen.
Oh, I've been thinking too much, and now 2 hours have passed, and I've got nothing to show.
So that's all the tips. Here's the piece in its full beauty, with the counting written out. Sorry to the people that aren't taught how to count, but, beep, beep, beep.
File new, staring nothing for an hour or 2. Dropping a beat like 100 other artists would do. Clicking some chords like 100 other artists could do. Like, probably gonna hit that don't save changes again. Used to write a song a day. It's just that lately my perfection's in the way of me, and I can't make no changes to save me. Wish I could write more and care less. Wish I could write more and care less. Write more and care less, and care less.
And stop.
Sometimes I'm angry, I'm not doing better than I thought I'd do at this point.
Set.
I punish myself by depriving my health of the things that I like until I fix this. But it doesn't really help, I just get more depressed. I do even less, cause I can't work when I'm stressed. And ignoring my friends means when I'm finally done, there'll be no one left to make this all worth it. Oh, I've been thinking too much, and now 2 hours have passed, and I've got nothing to show. I guess tomorrow we'll give it another go.
S plus. Good job.
And after all that, I can hope you'll get whatever rank you're going for. Of course, it'll probably still take a few tries, even if you're just trying to pass it, especially if you're new to playing the game. It might even take and over and over and over and over